Hello everyone, Waffled Muffin here, and I just wanted to make a quick video summarizing this tooltip concept art, because there's some interesting stuff in there. So, obviously, there's the demonic axe, which a lot of people talk about, but I don't really care about this one for this video. The two main things that I'm curious about are the two-handed swords and the soldier's chestplate. So, with the fire sword and the torque sword, you can see that there's obviously some stats which you would expect to be different, but then there's speed. The torque sword is very slow, but the fire sword is only slow. So this makes me think, hey, there might be different weapon classes within weapon classes. Like, a torque sword will probably have a different moveset than a fire sword, which is interesting because that just means even more variety in the combat system for the game. Then, moving on to the soldier's chestplate, there are 3 stats here, which is very interesting because if armor can have multiple stats, that means that there will be more choice in armors. The first stat is the shield, which I'm assuming just means defense, so like how much damage it can block. The second stat is health, so I'm assuming this adds health, and the third is the damage icon, strangely, which matches up with the damage icons on all the other weapons. So I'm thinking this might actually increase your damage output somehow, as well as increasing your health and doing extra defensive work, because if you look in these other 2 inventory screenshots, you can see that down here in the bottom left corner, there's the same icon, which is 100. I don't quite understand how, because there's nothing equipped on the character, but it's 100 for sure, so yeah, that's a thing. And here, this is in one of the audio effect videos. If you go to the bottom, there is a defensive number, but it says 0, which is weird, because why would it be 0? And then there's 141 health, which lines up kind of with the armor that he's got on. Also, here's the new tooltips, which has changed, because now it's only got the flavor text, whereas the other ones from before didn't have any flavor text except for on the demonic axe. And they had damage, rarity, etc., whereas this one doesn't have any of those. It's also still got the durability number, which is shared by these ones. So this is probably a durability number. It's definitely not how many of them are in the world, because that just doesn't make sense. Just because it's a durability number, though, doesn't mean that it goes down every time you hit somebody. There could just be a slight chance of it going down, or it could only go down under certain circumstances. Like, the durability will stay the same unless it gets blocked or parried. That would be a pretty good one, because it would incentivize playing, making sure that you don't get blocked all the time, rather than just kind of beating through your enemies, because then your weapon would break halfway through the fight. And then for armor, it'll probably be the same. It just drops every once in a while when particularly large blows are taken. Maybe this 28 number is how much damage you have to take for it to drop down, or something like that. Maybe that's what the 13 means. Maybe the 13 is how much damage has to be dealt before the durability starts decreasing. It's also interesting that the fire sword only has a chance to set enemies on fire, because I feel especially for PvP aspects of combat, it would be nicer if it was guaranteed so that you're not relying on RNG, but I guess I can kind of understand only wanting it to be a chance. So yeah, that's the video. Bye for now.